I don't know how y'all getting ready for this Drake concert coming up, but I know I've been jamming Views all week.
Man, I've been jamming that Certified Lover Boy all week.
And I had to go back to the classic, man. So Far Gone, summer 09. If you was outside, you know what I'm talking about.
It only makes sense that I'm listening to Her Loss, to see that I'm recently engaged and everything. So, they lost out on us, so I'm looking forward to seeing what my boy playing.
So you won out. Shoot. So it's time for somebody else to win out and get these Drake concert tickets for free from Beatbox. What's the categories they got going on? How do you win again?
They have a link that's going to be attached to the podcast in the description, or if you're watching this on Instagram, it's going to be in the bio. Make sure you tap the podcast. There are multiple ways to win, approximately 20. Each task is worth a certain amount of points. The top 2 people who get the most points by July 3rd will be declared the winner. As a winner, you get 2 tickets to the show. You get a $2,000 travel voucher. You get a $500 pregame package from Beatbox, and also a free parking pass at the show.
To get lit for free.
I'm not sure how many concerts y'all been to, but parking is extremely expensive. So salute to Beatbox for taking care of that, and I look forward to who comes out on top.
She was just there for the season. Don't make me come outside. Don't make me come inside.
Yo.
You ain't tell me that grip was holding on to me. I messed up, baby, and got way too deep inside. So don't make me come inside.
This making the mixtape right in this first track. First track. That's how it's gonna open up.
Krew Season Podcast. We back again. This is episode 147.
147.
Said that plus.
147.
Y'all niggas wasn't ready for my mixtape
We ain't
drop. I
gotta
told
do
y'all,
that.
boy, I'm making hits off
ain't
the
gotta
dome.
We ain't gotta do no introductions, man. They know who we are. They know who
Jesus Christ.
the best ever.
No, they just tell them not to introduce you.
I wrote my intro.
No, I ain't ready today.
He said, I've been waiting all week for this.
Studying.
Come on, Funky Six, I've been waiting on you all day.
Oh, goddamn night.
Been cursing these lines all the
Look here, man. Kitty T is in the building. OT is in the building.
I'm here, man. I'm here.
That Smooth is in the building. What's crack?
Damn, he really ain't got nothing. I thought you had something to
No, man.
I'm Trill AC. This is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast, man. How's everybody doing?
We here.
Exactly. I'm good.
It's about midnight.
You know what I'm saying? Down there, late part,
But we here.
But we here. Turn up one time.
Look here, man. We got to, first and foremost, man, salute to Patreon. Salute to Crusader Nation. Salute to everybody that support us. Everybody that rock with us. We got a lot of raving reviews about the last episode. I think last episode was one of them ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect this one to be the exact same. Because the docket tonight, Lord have mercy, man. We just going to start right with the ignorance. Scottie Pippen.
Uh-oh.
Recently finalized his divorce.
How much you got to give up?
And in the midst of the settlement, he has to give up half of his Bulls retirement money to Larsa Pippen. Now, those are, you not familiar with Larsa Pippen. She has a checkered history in terms of the type of man she dated. I remember Future was messing with her. He was bragging about her while he was rapping. And now she's currently dating Michael Jordan's son. Scottie and MJ got a little beef. It's really a one-sided beef. MJ don't ever really talk about him, but every time MJ come up, Scottie Pippen always has some disparaging things to say.
Because he was the best player on that team. But let's keep going.
This nigga was 14 points again. But anyway.
But he was leading everything else.
Like I was saying, if I was rudely interrupted. That's the scenario, man. But he got to give up half of his Bulls retirement money. What's y'all thoughts on that, man?
Suckers get licked every day, B. As soon as I seen it, I say, yeah, he was a whole lollipop.
How long they was married for?
A long time. It was like 20 something.
Yeah, 20 damn.
Yeah, it was a long time.
They shouldn't have been married that long.
How much money is it?
I'm not sure. They didn't come out with the exact
Didn't
number.
disclose how much it was.
Yeah,
They just said half.
half for his Bulls retirement.
Damn.
Yep,
It ain't no chump change, I can tell you that.
exactly. There's definitely some millions involved here.
Damn. Well, you chose wrong.
Literally.
You shot straight, but you shot late.
But she played the game how she was supposed to play it, though. That's how you do it.
Shit, she was there for 20 years.
Lick him
Goddamn.
down for 20 years. You hear me? Licked him down. He was a big lollipop, too. Big lollipop.
Allegedly, in one of the pods she was on, she was like, Scotty wanted it several times every day.
Oh, section to
Yeah,
my
she wanted to get he wanted to get some ass 4 times a day or something like that.
Damn.
Well, you could have let me have my 4 side chicks, but you didn't want to do that. So.
Yeah.
I think he still had 4 times at the same time.
Why you had to go
That's insane.
He was shooting 3 and getting 3 at the same time. He was going for a triple double as a civilian and as a ball player.
It's nuts.
Let's go.
The triple doubles on and off the court is insane. But yes, that is the gist of it, man. And Scotty done been in the news recently. He said something kind of disparaging that he always talked disparaging about MJ, but something he said was just egregious recently. Said something to the liking of MJ wasn't really that good of a player.
Okay, I'm with that.
Now we not okay because I see where it's going. We not gonna do that.
Hey, that's all I'm saying.
We're not gonna do that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is this though. Are y'all saying that he's deserving, or is she deserving of half the money? Y'all saying 20 years of marriage, she deserving to have that?
Yeah, of course. 20 years of marriage,
man.
yeah. She deserved whatever she wanted. Whatever she wanted on the table, yeah.
Especially when the divorce wasn't because of her. Well, I hope it wasn't.
Even with how she was acting at the tail end of it?
How was she acting towards her?
How it happened at the end is how it happened at the end, dog.
We paused all that.
We don't know what's going on.
She was already out the door. They just didn't make it official.
She stayed in up prime for some reason. He didn't fell off. He looked like goddamn.
That nigga say she just stayed up Rob for 20
For real.
years.
She got 20-year-olds, goddamn 50-year-olds, every age,
It's true.
one after her. She still looked goddamn good. So, I mean,
Yeah.
she stayed with him for 20 years. I don't know how a divorce happened, but I mean, shit, man, that's the risk you take.
She was doing her job 20 years. Absolutely. That's just what it
She
is.
deserved whatever she wanted.
Now, she cheated and still got half. That'd be different.
He
story.
actually
That'd
got
be
off.
crazy.
He actually got off because if she only getting retirement from the Bulls only, I'm pretty sure the dude wasn't stupid. No, he invested some things, did some other things with his money.
Let's hope those investments were good investments.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully. But if she only going after that Bulls money,
So that's not properties. It ain't nothing like that.
Nah, it's just
Oh,
Bulls
yeah.
retirement, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, the kids grown at this point, things of that nature. But y'all said unless she cheated, now we gotta unpack cheating. She was dating these people. They were still married technically. Do
technically,
y'all consider that cheating?
In what year?
Future 2017, 16.
And when was the divorce final?
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Oh, damn.
I don't know. I can't judge that because only reason why we don't know the internals of him because he didn't speak a lot on it. He didn't say nothing on it. You get what I'm saying? And for her to start wilding openly during that time, in my judgment, they've been not talking for years.
I mean, but the paperwork could have been submitted. It just wasn't finalized.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
you're saying they got to be finalized for you to...
I don't know how,
Start
I don't
living
know, I
your
don't know
life?
how the justice system goes. If it's, I don't know how none of this shit goes. 'Cause motherfuckers cheat every day and still get alimony
It's very true.
and half of shit. So we need a damn lawyer in here to tell us how it really goes. But
I agree.
it was 20 years. I mean, goddamn, he put up with a Hall of Famer NBA star for 20 years.
Okay, so we saying unanimously she deserved the money. Basically what we saying.
Yeah. You
Okay,
that deep in it?
I wouldn't feel bad giving her half of them. I mean, I would feel sick, but I mean, I
would still be sick.
He stuck up with. You raised my kids for 20 years. I mean, goddamn. What?
But on the other hand, she made it 20 years with me. even though at the tail end of that last 3, maybe 4, 5 years, it was horrible. So in the midst of that, we had 10 to 15 years of good shit. You know what I'm saying? Kids being raised right. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully their kids are college or business, whatever the hell they doing, something successful. They ain't off to the wayside and everything else is good. I'm cool with that. You did your job.
So this damn near when he was out the league.
I think she was there for some of that league too. A little bit of that. So we got to do some research, see exactly how long they was married. But yeah, I think she was part. But long story, she was there. They was there a long time. There's established that. So we saying that she does. Okay. All right. Well, let's stay within divorce. We're gonna go to another divorce. Let's see if y'all feel like this is deserving. Tia Mowry, who recently made waves when she said that her filing for divorce was her graduating. How long was it? 97 to 2021.
That's 24.
Yeah, it's 24, 25. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh yeah, she deserved everything. She deserved what she wanted. He got off, really, to be honest with you.
Well, I ain't seen everything, but
Hey, 24 years?
I ain't saying everything.
We know the last 4, 5 years been crazy on her end. For the news, for the news shit coming out. You know what I'm saying? On his end, he ain't said too much. We don't know too much. He kept it G.
Everything is still wild.
Yes, that sounds crazy. But but like I was saying, Tia Mowry, Corey Hardrick. Recently, Tia Mowry made waves. She was saying that her filing for divorce was her graduating.
I remember that. We talked about that.
We talked about that. And then recently, I think it was today, as a matter of fact, the divorce was finalized. Now, they came to an agreement within the divorce that says Corey Hardrick will receive $0 in alimony. They'll split the expenses for the kids, and Tia will keep the $4.3 million house. Is that a fair judgment?
No.
In your case?
How long they been together for?
About 20 years as well. I'm thinking about it.
No, that's not fair.
Let me see. Why is it not fair?
Because, dog, she got a divorce to go fuck on these niggas, man. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean. I don't care how you dress it up in pretty ass words and try to say it as smart as you can say it, or get your PR team to write some cold ass slick shit that you can say. Right? What you said on camera really translated to, hey, I glowed up out here, you know what I'm saying? I got these niggas shooting at me, these young niggas shooting at me, man. Hey, good luck. And she got up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I done glowed up. I done transformed. You understand me? Pee-wee at the back door. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it respectful by divorcing you and not just letting Pee-wee hit on his second time because he already hit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. So
about sister Tia glued up now rather than beforehand.
Yeah, you know when you hit that grown prime, man, it's a different from that young prime. It's way different. A lot of y'all don't even know what that is. You ain't hit the grown prime yet. You ain't to the age yet. Calm it down.
It was together 15 years too.
15?
Yeah.
Okay.
15 years. You know what I'm saying? She didn't hit a little grown prime. She feel like she smelling herself. Hey, I got to get out here and see what it is. You ain't been on the market in, let's say 18 years? Because you was dating a nigga. So for damn near 2 whole decades, you been tied up. And these streets called.
They look fun.
And now you listening.
They look fun.
Didn't they both have their own careers?
Yes. But Tia made more money by a landslide. I mean, obviously.
You know what I'm saying?
She's Tia Mowry.
You keeping the crib, no alimony.
But was he forced to stay home?
No.
Oh, no.
I think that's fair.
No. We breaking that down. Why? Because the divorce on your end was disrespectful. It was disrespectful.
You ain't got to pay the mortgage on a $4.3 million.
Hey,
thought about something.
We can sell the motherfucker and
I just
make
thought
some
about
money.
something.
What?
He signed a prenup.
Oh, that wow.
He did.
Well,
That was
it's a
the key.
smart on her end. Smart on her end.
They had a
different
prenup.
game is when it's like that.
They had a prenup.
Okay, so it's hey, that's fair then. If the prenup is on the table, whatever that say on that paperwork,
We ride with it.
you got no choice.
Okay, so let me rephrase this. Let's switch it around a bit. Let's say
No prenup.
let's say that Corey was the breadwinner in this relationship. Do y'all feel like the settlement would have went the same way?
If the prenup was on the table, yes. Yes.
Everybody, everywhere.
So are we saying prenups are bulletproof? Or are we saying we ain't never seen nobody get it finagle their
No,
way
no,
about the prenup and get a little
I'm not
alimony?
saying they
That what we saying?
bulletproof. I'm not saying they bulletproof. But what I am saying is whatever was in that contract, obviously he agreed to it too to say he don't want nothing.
What lead attorney?
You know what I'm saying? Or he just a stand. Really, you know what I'm saying? Just being GP. If it was me, I'm a stand up nigga. You got my kid. Plus they kid young, right?
Yeah.
I don't want nothing. Yeah, I'm on some Kenny shit. And that, if it's me, I'm on some Kenny shit. I don't want nothing. Do you think?
Hold on, why you gotta mention me?
Because that's what you just said. You know
Oh, I
what
thought you was my personally.
I'm on some
I'm
Kenny
on some
shit.
kitty shit. Oh, what that? God damn.
Like young kid, I'm saying, like for real. Because what?
We broke personal business.
But nah, what you gonna do? Put your wife and your ex-wife and your kid out on the streets? What the fuck you gonna do?
Nigga just threw Kitty.
Hey, he just said, "Nah, I'm giving her the house. I'm letting her. That's fair." That's what he said before we knew the prenup was
You
involved.
said it was fair. I ain't say I'm giving it.
So we keeping it on that. So, but you got my little kid, bro.
No matter what you said, is what he heard.
I was like, damn, I ain't even know bro said it like that.
Hey, if you took it that way, watching this, it did happen that way.
It be your old niggas. It be your old niggas.
I was like, damn, that's news. Hey, shit. Bro ain't tell me you was struggling like that. Nah, I'm gonna keep it real though. I think that if this was the other way around, the sentiment would be a little different.
It would be.
Like the news outlets and stuff? Or
Yeah, of
just-
course.
I think
the-
the news
ruling?
outlets, and I think the ruling itself would have been a little different. Because I done seen women finagle their way up out that prenup, especially if y'all done been together for that long, 15 years, 20-something years, stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, I mean, what we agreed to, but women, they still find a way to be awarding women alimony.
So you
Just
said-
keep it real.
So you said Corey Hart, they had the prenup, and the ruling was he keep the house, he keep all that stuff. That's what you said?
I'm not saying that they had a prenup. I didn't read that information. I think that was you said that.
No, but I'm
what
saying,
is,
if going off your situation though,
Right.
and they supposed to be however they ruled it or whatever, I'm
Right.
saying like, would it be unfair if he kept the house and he had all the money and
no, I think it would have been fair if there's no prenup involved for them to sell the house and split the profits from it.
Okay.
If we just gonna keep it real, let's split this down the middle. We divorced. We ain't together no more.
And-
Now I gotta go find a whole new place to stay with no startup money, no upfront money at all. But if this was the other way around, they not letting, you know what I mean? Like they gonna make sure that she got something, she walking away with something, even if the alimony 2 years, 3 years. Yeah, you're gonna pay her this amount for 2-3 years till she get on her feet, get settled, blah, 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 blah. But with men, it's not that much. And I think men kind of aid that process too because of our ego. Just like y'all said, I don't really need nothing, man. Go ahead. And I feel like that's just general sentiment. Like most men is gonna do that. Most men gonna be like, nah, I'm cool. Go ahead, man. You keep
man.
all that. Don't worry about
In
it.
that moment, what you put for real, you put your ex-wife and your child out.
Put
that
them
crib.
out. She's a millionaire, bro. I'm not putting them out of
But
nowhere.
I'm talking regular life. Not most people ain't millionaires. I'm talking regular. You and your girl middle class. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Y'all middle class and all that, and y'all getting divorced, and you got a little child, bro. You know what I'm saying?
he tried to dispute it.
He tried to finesse the
At
prenup.
one point, he tried to dispute it
Of course he did.
during December. Even though it was ironclad, they said it was an ironclad prenup.
Well,
I don't know. I think it's fair. If you want to keep the house, keep it as long as I ain't got to pay nothing on it. That's a $4.3 million house. Cool. I didn't want the fucking house. I don't even want to be in the house anyway because you was here.
right.
I'm tired of being in this vicinity anyway. It's bad energy. If you've been a divorce, you don't want to be in the same vicinity where you was. You don't even want the same routines to go on because the shit you see is going to remind you of the person that you just left.
That's true.
So boom,
And
you
on
keep
top
the
of that,
house.
when I go get this loft, you can't live like me in this loft, baby.
Yeah, I'm a millionaire. I got my money, or however much money he got. Hopefully, he's as a smart man, he's financially stable and got his own stuff going to where he's like, okay, cool. You keep the house. I ain't got to pay no money. I get to see my fucking kid. I ain't got to pay no child support.
Right.
We made out good.
Ooh.
Right.
Boy, hey, did he get it for no child
So
support?
it might, they both don't have to pay anything.
Ooh, that boy, hey, fuck the house. Yeah,
they both don't have to pay
fuck the
anything.
house. I'm like, hey, you keep this motherfucker here.
So also, about the prenuptial part, it was like the prenuptial agreement in California is etched in stone and rarely ever nullified.
Gotcha.
So they got married. So I don't, or they must be different in other states too.
Probably is.
Fuck that house.
That's
You
the
hear
way
me?
about that thing.
I ain't gotta pay no child support. We are Gucci. You hear me? I done came out of there. Hey, girl, you did good. You did good.
You dapped up on the
Yeah, I was
walkout?
there on the walkout. Yeah, girl, we did good. Yeah.
And you already agreed to it in the prenup. So I mean, you ain't even fuck it, this the house you want. Cool. Do it. Most of the time, the house you want is her house anyway. Yeah, the house she want is her.
Yeah, as far as picking it. Yeah, that's true.
Fuck that. I ain't want to be in this big ass house anyway with
That's a fact.
10 she sheds and
Cutting all this goddamn grass.
I only
Fuck
got
all
one room to myself. And that shit still got a picture of you in it. I'm tired of it.
Of course. Some kind of decor referencing your
damn.
ass.
And I'm bothered in it.
Yeah,
It ain't even for me for
I
real.
ain't been in that room since I got the house. It's my room.
So that shit go, man. But yeah, one of the downfalls of it, that's the only thing. You know, we joking, but as far as the kids, that's the only thing that I'm gonna. I mean, because you don't want to see that type of situation because it's gonna be complicated. You know what I'm saying? We already know what the stats is on kids raised in, you know, by single parents. That's essentially what it is. You're gonna be sharing time, but it's not gonna be that unity, that united front that I feel like is the healthiest environment for a kid to grow up in. I feel like that's kind of messed up. Which leads us to our next topic. Recently, it was somebody that was speaking about how a two-parent household may be overrated.
Well,
Play this clip, man. Get y'all take on it.
We have this societal process of thinking that two-parent household, no matter how the infrastructure is, how the dynamic is,
Yeah.
will always be better than just one.
And it's not true.
And that's not true. I remember in college, I took a sign language class, and in that class, you learn about just deaf culture and the community. And what you realize is when people are born a certain way, we as people who can hear, born hearing or born seeing, we have a perception of what it would feel like to go blind or what it would feel like not to be able to hear anymore.
Yeah.
But if you were born that way, that's just kind of all you know.
Yeah.
So you adjust to the life around you, but it's not necessarily as much of a missing out type of thing as it was if you were to have it and not. So I think
So
as
true.
a kid, like if that's all that you knew and you were loved by your aunt and your mom and your grandma and your uncles and
Right,
stuff
Dad,
like
yeah,
that, and it
yeah.
was so much love still around you and that's all you knew, then I don't think that you will look at it in the standpoint of like always like, where's my dad? Or I don't feel love from anybody.
Yeah.
But if you try to force this toxic situation just for the sake of saying we have two parents that are present, then that could do a lot more damage to somebody versus just, you know,
Yeah,
cutting out
because-
the toxicity.
Okay, I get it. He got to the ending.
He cleaned it up towards the end.
He's saying staying in a two-parent toxic environment is not better than a single-parent positive environment.
Correct.
That's what he was saying.
Essentially.
That's what he should have said from the start.
Right.
Because what he said at the start, he said a
was
two-parent
like it
household is
wasn't
not better than
necessary.
a single-parent household.
Yeah, it wasn't like
and that's not even close.
Right.
He should have said two-parent toxic environment is not better than a single-parent positive
Loving environment. Yeah, absolutely.
But that's still a bad comparison. Because you're making one environment positive, one environment negative. You should say, what if it's two-parent toxic environment, a single-parent toxic environment? I'm still going for the two-parent toxic environment rather than single-parent.
That's very true.
So, I mean,
But let's say a two-parent healthy environment and a single-parent healthy environment, similar to what he's talking about, then that would have been a more even.
yeah, it's no comparison compared to having your mother and your father there to love you at the same time. Because you're not going to get the same love from your father as you would get with your mother.
True.
And it varies daily. You know, one parent might have the energy to give you all the love that you need rather than another parent that just worked and bust their ass all day, just don't have the energy no more. That's what you need that other parent there for, to give you that love and that care and that, you know, that nourishing that you need every day as a kid to, you know, grow up to feel loved, rather than having just one parent there that's like, man, I'm tired. I just worked fucking 12, or I'm working, you know, most parents these days working 2 jobs, can't even be at the fucking house. So the kid has nowhere to find any love when they finally see their parent is only for an hour.
Right.
Guess where they go look at? Oh, my auntie down the street. Well, what they run into while they walking down the street? Gang members or a different culture or somebody that's always there that they can talk to. Nah, I'm not with a G.
Well, what's your thoughts on it, man? Two-parent household, are they overrated?
Man, you know that was Big Cap. Big Cap, Blue Cap. He sound like he on child support.
What?
Real. He sound like he on child support and bitter. Can't believe it. Who left me? She left me to be by herself and raise our child. And she doing a good job.
Where did he get that from?
Hey.
You just never know where it's coming from.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
just never know where.
I hate stupid ass shit like that. You see how stupid that sounded when I just said? That's how stupid that sounded. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's how stupid all that sounded. Like, bro. No, bro. Facts are 2 parents are way better than 1 parent. Another fact is the father being dolo by itself.
Kid turns out better than when the mama buys.
Better than the other side. But we're going to leave that alone. We ain't talking about that.
That's facts.
You understand me? We talking about 2-parent household. That's the most conductive thing that you can have. You know what I'm saying? Even with a little toxicity, all that type of shit. Most productive thing. Now, shit just going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody getting beat on or, you know what I'm saying? They just cussing them out all the time in front of the kid. Get up out of there. You get what I'm saying? But all that other shit, you know what I'm saying, that you can work through with your partner and all that, your kid need to see all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because one day your kid will strive to be in that position and push your bloodline forward. If they don't know how to compromise and work with people and give to receive and receive to give, like if they don't learn them basic skills, like they love life and just camaraderie with another person, that's gonna be non-existent. So they need to see that. Most people need to see that to thrive in that. Now, some people, they are anomalies, and they do wind up being successful mates with somebody coming from a single-parent household and learning to navigate that by themselves. But most people, we are what we see. So most people don't even get the opportunity to even change their mind to be that because they so stuck on how they seen it growing up. Mm-hmm. So I don't agree with nothing that he said. That's why the first shit I said was super fucking stupid.
Yeah, the last part was good. That first part was good.
That first part was bullshit.
That last part was good. You did good right there.
I did it on purpose because that first shit that he said was some bullshit.
Yeah, in a
He
sense.
cleaned it up.
My boy say my shit always come around sometime. Oh, what's your thoughts on it, big dog? 2-parent household, 1-parent household. Like, is it overrated? Can it be overrated? 2-parent household.
Yeah, if it's not healthy, of course. When he cleaned it up towards the end, it definitely made more sense. Yeah, so because you can be in an environment with a single parent either way, and you're surrounded by love, whether it's your grandparents, aunts, whoever, friends, teachers. You got a lot of positive role models that somebody can put in your life, so you can see the different aspects. However,
Can you not still? My bad for cutting you off. But can you not still see that with a 2-parent household? Do you not have aunts and grandmas?
I was about to get there.
Aunties in that?
Yeah, I was about to. You let me cook.
No, I wanted to cut you off.
It's still
but go
warming
ahead.
up.
Now,
It's still warming up.
Now you can continue.
It's still warming up. You
Well,
see it's what happened.
last time you used the pressure cooker.
Use the popcorn. Use the popcorn.
Last time you used the
All
pressure
right,
cooker,
kid.
it blew up.
All right, kid. We gotta cut these cameras off. It's gonna be a real short pause tonight, y'all.
Meet me outside.
Good night, fellas.
That's a tender subject. You ready to burn me off?
Gonna blow your ass.
They cut this shit off. Meet me outside. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit.
Oh shit! Oh, my bad.
Oh, man.
Before I was ruling. No, I just think because this made me lose my train of thought. In a sense.
In a sense.
In a sense.
But yes, comparing that to a 2-parent household to where both people, one can be toxic and you just don't learn nothing. So I'm gonna go back to the single parent. What I was saying was either way, like you'll have something that's missing. So that's why you need that clarity from both parents. Because let's say when you're in a man, whoever you're raising, a boy or a young girl, more times than not, the man is going to be not as emotional, not as open to things like the mama. He's going to be real strict. He's going to be by his rules. There's not going to be too much leeway you're going to get because he's going to be on your ass. He's going to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. But on the flip side, you're going to be missing that side because the woman's going to be more emotional, is more open and ready to listen and kind of let you be a little more dangerous out there. Kind of let you take risks. Like men, for the most part, they're not gonna let you take no risks. Like you need to have your ass home by 11 o'clock or whatever it is, and that's it. That's all. Or I'm locking the door. Or I'm cutting your phone off. There's gonna be something behind it. But a lot of times, the other way is, they kids and they gotta live, they gotta learn, and so you miss those aspects when either one of the parents are missing in the household. So that's why I think both are important, even though you can still get that love and support, supporting team from, just having a single parent. So,
yeah, I mean, I agree. I think each parent pours into you something different, right? We hear the saying all the time, opposites attract, but I think naturally men and women are just different, especially in regards to how we nurture. I think women teach you how to be a bit more careful because women are just like, I'm trying to figure out what the word is aside from careful, but they're just kind of a bit more timid in terms of raising their kid. You got a kid out there playing football, he get tackled too hard. I'm gonna be ready to run out there and fight the referee. And don't hit my baby like that, baby. This is a contact sport. This is what it's supposed to be. Comparison to the daddy gonna be like, boy, get your ass up. This is how this go. You know what I'm saying? Life goes like this. Da da da. So it's important to get both of those sides poured into you because it makes you more well-rounded, right? But when you don't have one, then you don't get that, and your behavior kind of reflects that. That's why you see a lot of dudes who don't have their dad in their life, they be more emotional than dudes who do. You know what I'm saying? Because your daddy brings that calm and level-headed presence. But when that's not there, it's just all high emotion, high, reaction type of situation. And typically when a boy grows up in that type of environment, that's how he turns out. Just like with women, right? If dad is not in the home, let's just say, she not gonna get that level of confidence and things of that nature because the first man that a girl falls in love with is her daddy. So if that's not there, then she don't know what proper guidance looks like. She don't know what a grown man handling business, taking care of things, covering her. She don't know what that looks like. So she gonna go look for that in the streets, and more times than not bump her head 100 times with the wrong type of guy because she didn't have the example to look at in the household. She didn't have that grown man pouring into her, telling her she's gorgeous, telling her she's smart, telling her she's important. So she go try to find that outside. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to have both of them. But to his point, a lot of times, it's a lot of people do this, man. We just stand together for the kids, man. As soon as the kids graduate, it's over with. So that may be the mindset, and you may feel like you're doing a good job of presenting this front until the kids are out of the house, but you're not. Y'all are divided, and the kids know that. The kids see everything. And this is what I think a lot of parents don't get. They think they do a good job of kind of compartmentalizing, and we ain't going to argue in front of the kids. We ain't going to do that. Kids know what the hell is going on. They can feel the tension. They know when y'all ain't on the same page. They know when y'all just got done arguing and y'all trying to put that fake smiley face on just to make, like, kids see everything. So a toxic environment in a two-parent situation compared to a single parent that's healthy, to where you got, you can get that influence maybe from your uncle in terms of the male influence. So if your mom's ain't there, you can get that. You might get that from your aunt or from your teacher or from somebody. But if it's an environment filled with love in a single parent household, give me that all day long over a two-parent toxic ass environment.
Absolutely.
Because when you have that two-parent toxic-ass environment, when you go out in the streets, guess what you're going to emulate? What you familiar with. You're going to feel like it's normal for this man to put his hands on me because my daddy was doing it to my mama. You're going to feel like it's normal for this woman to talk to me crazy. Why? Because my mama was doing that to my daddy. So when you outside, you're going to emulate what you've seen. So you want to have as loving and as healthy of an environment as possible. So when you leave out of that crib and go out in the world, that's the type of stuff that you can replicate. So, I mean, dude has a point, man, but just in summary, each parent pours in something different. And you need both to be well-rounded. Or you'll have a rough time learning the other side before you become well-rounded out in the streets on your own. That's just the reality of it.
And even still, that person, they can come from a healthy environment and they themselves can just become toxic.
True.
Like you see that all the time too. You'll have somebody that's in a nice neighborhood, parents come good environment or something. They pastors or teachers, something like that, and they kids still want to be in the streets doing whatever, trying to catch up with the crowd and things like that. So even if you're doing the best you can, the kid can still make bad decisions on their own.
But
the chances, though,
yeah,
or not. You know what I'm saying?
But see, real quick though, I gotta stop you right there because as you was talking, I was thinking, just because you in that environment and you have both parents in the crib, don't mean that they are allotting a sufficient amount of time to the kid. So you may live in a rich neighborhood. Your parent may be a doctor. Your daddy a pastor, mama a doctor, a teacher, whatever the case may be. They both gone all the time. They can't spend as much time with you as they should. It's easy to go out in them streets and get caught up because they not able to give you all the time. Yeah, they able to put you in that nice ass neighborhood. Yeah, they able to buy you everything you want. You got a nice car, you got Jordans on your feet, you got designer clothes on and all that. But they can't give you time. They not really pouring into you like
your
that.
ass in them books. They trying to get you in them books.
Yeah, but again, without that time,
he used doctor,
bro. I know.
That's what I'm saying. But oftentimes, this is my point. Oftentimes in those scenarios where we look at it from the outside looking in and say, "Damn, dude had a perfect upbringing. How the hell he turn out like this?" Oftentimes, it's a lot missing in that household.
Hey, y'all done met one of my neighbors that this shit is going on with right now. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got some step kids. Somebody got some kids that live there. Some real kids. All the kids live there now. The kid that don't deserve, we all know. You know what I'm saying? All kids are raised well as far as like learn different and see it different and all these type of things, right? But a particular child of theirs do not deserve what they got him. They got him a brand new Challenger. You know, I'm talking. He making goddamn D's and C's in school. And his other son that graduated this year, A and B student, just got a scholarship to U of H. They still got that man walking. And then the other child, the one that got the car, he younger than him.
That makes sense. Because the last kid always get babied more than the other ones. That's just reality in most cases. A lot of times the first child get it the hardest. And then the youngest, by that time the parents is like hands off. I'm gonna get whatever you want.
You know what's crazy though? With that situation, like that's why I'm telling you that, bro. The year before, they had a son. You know what I'm saying? Like he get a scholarship to LSU. Same year, he has a daughter that's from his side though, not from the wife's side that he with now. But his daughter from his side, they all live in this house. She graduates too. They throw a big ass prom party. Big ass one by the house. I'm talking with the I-8 and everything, bro. They ain't throw nothing for her on that day. Nothing. Everything was set for him. That's it, bro. So with me seeing that, I can't even look at dude the same. Can't even look. You know what I'm saying? When I see him outside, I do this here and I keep it pushing. I used to go to in the street, talk, say what's up. I just can't respect it because I know what you doing. Like you know what I'm saying? I know you dividing them kids, and then they wonder why the daughter, when she left for school, she never came back, never spoke to them, never called, never nothing. You get what I'm saying?
You know how they rationalized it? More times than that may be a stepchild situation where he treat one set of kids there. But let's say that they all was from the same two people. A lot of times they'll rationalize it like, well, each of y'all need different things in terms of how we pour into y'all. I can't pour into all of y'all the same. It's kind of similar to sports, right? There's certain players you can yell at and get the best out of them. There's certain players you got to pull them to the side and put that arm around them to get the best out of them. But as a parent, they be thinking, okay, this child needs more. Like, you got it. You smart. You doing all this. You don't really need that extra attention. This person needs that extra attention. And that's how they rationalize it. But what they don't realize is that the other kid sees that, and every time they see you do for them and not do for them, you fuck up their self-esteem.
Hey, then on top of that, the same ones that graduated together, the boy got the car. She ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, sound about right.
Had to get it out the mud, bro. And y'all see them houses where we live at, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we talking people that they get money, bro. They get money over there. And you mean tell me y'all having this type of divide? For what?
Man, it be so much resentment in people's households, man, as far as children, bro. Like, you got parents that be pitting kids against each other, brother and
that's
sister
what that
against each other, all
is.
type of stuff.
That's what that is, though, because that's what you doing. You giving to one and you not giving to the other. You know what I'm saying? Now, in my opinion, like I say, the young one did deserve that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you deserve to walk, but I wouldn't have got you that. You'd have got that. You'd have got that 97 Honda. You know what I'm saying? Now the boy, the one that got the scholarship to LSU, I can't deny you. Whatever you want, you got a scholarship. Obviously, your grades are great. The one that just graduated, you got him riding a bike to work. You know what I'm saying? Like he all the A/B honor roll. Since I've been knowing this little boy, he been smart. And y'all got him walking. Same thing with the girl. What the hell going on here?
That's how it goes sometimes, man. Toxic ass environments, bro. But again, we preach healthy upbringing. We preach equality as far as the children.
But the mama got that body done though. Looking like Queen Ant. Where that money going?
It's like Queen Ant.
That's just real, bro. That's what me and my wife call her, Queen Ant.
But, well, at the end of the day, man, prayers to all parties involved, but both parents are necessary, and hopefully the environment is as healthy as possible because they both pour into each other two different things. The mama can't be the dad to these kids. The dad can't be the mama for these kids, even though people try. Do this all the time, you know what I'm saying? But it's just not a healthy combination. And speaking of that, T.D. Jakes recently had a sermon, and she felt like he was going to get into a bit of trouble. And he's basically telling women, don't tell no daddy how to be a father. I'm going to play this clip, man. Get y'all take on it.
If another childless person tells me how to be a father, I'll scream. I know this is gonna get me on TikTok for sure, but here I go. If another woman tells me how to be a father, I will open my mouth and flat out scream. You can no more tell me how to be a father than I can tell you how to birth a baby. I don't know nothing about birthing a baby. I don't know nothing about nursing a child. You have to know what you don't know. Shut up being the teacher and just be the wife. How do you know how to be a father? Not only are you not a father, most of you didn't even have a father, and yet you're an expert on how to be.
I said to pass the line.
What was that last one he said? What
Y'all
was the
said to
last
pass
line?
the line?
Well, he ain't stealing right now, so yeah, he ain't lying.
Nigga said he ain't sent a collection plate yet.
Yeah, he ain't sending a collection plate. He ain't sending that collection plate around on that one. So that was the truth.
My man said,
I don't know. I ain't got no kids. No comment.
don't tell me how to be no father. You are not a father. You a woman. Like, you can't tell me how to be no father. So you can't tell me nothing about being a father. Same way I can't tell you nothing about birthing a child.
Preach.
He's saying bad enough. That was the last point you asked. Bad enough. A lot of y'all ain't even have a daddy in the household. Why the hell you know how to be a father?
Yeah,
you don't tell me how to be one.
Preach. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I don't understand that, man. How you try to govern a man on some man shit. You know what I'm saying? You try to govern this man to be a father. Oh, no, you shouldn't be doing that as a father. You shouldn't be doing that as a father. Well, you shouldn't be fucking them niggas next to my baby.
Hold on. What? Where is it coming from, bro?
Oh, what?
This shit be too personal, dog.
What's wrong with this nigga?
Yo.
What's wrong with this nigga?
Yo. Y'all told me to keep it 100. So now that I come out here swinging 100, everybody want 50% now. You know
Where
what, man?
did you get that from? What?
What?
Like, what? You should be fucking them niggas next to my baby. Next to my baby.
I'm speechless.
God.
I don't know.
Hey, but nah.
I don't know how to transition out of that. I don't know.
Thank you, Trey.
I don't know how to transition out of that one.
You gotta keep going.
Finish your point, man. Come on.
But no, seriously.
What else you got?
Nah, but in all seriousness, no, like for real, like no woman can teach a man how to be a man. Like that's why I'm a firm believer of if we got kids together, say we got a boy and a girl, right? And they both under the age of 12. Well, they both under the age of 13, and we get a divorce or whatever. We go our separate ways. If it's the girl, right, I believe she should come with me until she either have her first cycle or her 13th birthday. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the boy. Like, the boy is under 13. I feel like the boy should go with the moms until he is 13, and on his 13th birthday, we make that transition. Because there's certain things that he can't never learn and you can never teach him. Same thing with that little girl becoming and blossoming into a woman. It's a lot of skills and a lot of techniques and a lot of nuances of a woman that I can never give her. Never, no matter how I walk it, no matter how I talk it, no matter how many, you know what I'm saying, how many books I read to try to give her some type of game on it, I can never feel or think or be like a woman. So that's right. Like, you shouldn't be trying to govern a man on being a father and vice versa. A man shouldn't be trying to govern a woman on being a mother. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? If you agree with her morals as a woman and vice versa, the morals as a man, you shouldn't step in the way of that. You get what I'm saying? Because nobody's perfect. You're not going to agree with everything. But if you agree with the majority of what's going on, I feel like that kid going to turn out good. You know? So that's what I feel about it.
We say if I hear another woman try to tell me how to be a father, tell a man how to be a father, I'ma scream. Kenny, what was your thoughts when you first heard that, man?
No comment. I ain't got no kids.
What about
I don't know how to be a father. I ain't got no kids. I can't speak on nothing.
What about Keisha that you signed the NDA with?
You told her she was calling you daddy.
I guess I should have made y'all sign an NDA too, because you niggas just rat this shit out anyway.
You told her she called you daddy.
Jesus Christ.
Well, they all call me daddy.
It just went too far.
Big daddy, matter of fact.
It went too far. It went way too far.
If the time is right, it'd be big daddy instead of daddy.
Okay, man.
You mean Lil daddy?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I guess I'll jump out here. I think that, you know, just like I said before, man, you pour in different things to the kid, man. Like, we are different. But you know what I also think, though? And this is something I was thinking about as Smooth was talking. I think that urge to jump in and dictate how the other parents speaks to your terrible decision-making in that person, speaks to your lack of faith in the person you chose. Because if I chose the right person, then I want my child to be like you. That should be a big reason why you chose him. That should be a big reason why you got with him to begin with. That should be one of the first things considered. What type of parent would this person be? He's disciplined. He's, on his job. He's a manly man. He knows about covering. He takes care of business, things of that nature. When I have a son, I want my son to be just like him, right? But if you dating dudes and having sex with dudes who you're not sure about that, then you're going to be way more willing to jump in and dictate how that parent raises the kid, in my opinion. So I think that right there is more of what it speaks to. But when you do that, you are crippling the kid. You got to let a man do what a man does. The fact is, you may be raising a kid by yourself. You can never be that kid's daddy. Never. You a woman. Period. You can try to teach them morals. You can try to teach them foundational principles, things of that nature. But it's just certain things that a man pours into a kid that a woman will never be able to. No matter how much she tries, no matter how many books she reads, or none of that. You need to find that kid, if the dad not in his life, find that kid a male mentor or somebody who is an upstanding dude that you could bring around the kid and have that positive influence and pour into him the way a man is supposed to. Because a man is going to teach, just like I said before, women are more timid, more careful on how they raise their kid. A man is going to teach you how to navigate outside. That's why we so rough with the kid. Because if I just baby the kid 24/7, when the kid leaves this house, they're going to be used to babying. And let me explain something to you about real life outside of this house. It ain't shit babying out there waiting on the kid. So if I'm babying you, and then I just go out into the world and do your thing, they going to get dog walked outside. Because there's certain things outside that's just, again, it's just outside of that book you read. It's just outside of the norm. It's just certain instincts that you got to have when you outside in order to be able to survive and to, you know what I'm saying, thrive in that. And only a man knows that because it's stuff that's going on outside that only we got to deal with and y'all don't. Just like the bullying in school and the teaching your kids how to fight, all these things that just be roughing the kid. Why you so rough with the kid? Because the world gonna be rough with the kid. He need to be prepared or she need to be prepared. This is what's coming. Just like when I was talking to my old lady the same way when kids got old enough to start going to school. I said we need to put her in boxing classes. We need to teach her how to navigate outside. Shit ain't gonna be perfect. Shit ain't gonna be ideal. Kids are some of the rudest motherfuckers on earth.
I feel like they can say what they want to say.
It's just real. She need to learn how to cap on people. She need to learn how to fight. She need to learn how to do all that. It's just real and it's messed up. It would be nice if that wasn't the case, right? We could raise up, right? Ideal. When you go out, the world gonna be ideal. Everybody's gonna be nice to you. Everybody's, as long as you're upstanding, everybody's gonna be cool with you. It don't work like that. It's always gonna be somebody that's gonna try you. The nicest people get tried. So when that happens, you need to learn how to handle it. You need to learn how to make an example out of that person the way everybody can see so you can lessen the likelihood of that continuing to happen. But if you operating in baby mode, you're going to get dog walked out there. Mm-hmm. And then other people going to see that, and then they going to jump in line and do the same thing.
And stop going up there to protect your child at school. They ain't doing nothing but getting him hurt with more children, man. Because that's the talk of the cap session. You might as well not even come to the cafeteria or nothing. You know, they don't care how fly your kid is then. If you came up there to save your child from getting that ass whooping or they feelings being hurt, you better believe every time they go up there without you, they on that ass.
They getting smoked to me.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, mama came up here, nigga. Oh, nigga, look at this nigga, man.
That nigga titty,
right. Now you got a whole different problem.
It's just real.
Like, nah, like when your kid come voicing them type of adversities he got to go through or she got to go through, man, you need to teach them how to navigate that because everything is not turn the other cheek. Everything is not tell a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Some kids need to be punched in their face. That's just how it works. You get what I'm saying?
And also, this isn't just limited to ghetto or hood environments. It's bullies everywhere. Everywhere. In the richest of schools.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All of that.
The richest of school is even worse.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because now they can tell if you're broke then. At least in the hood, hey, everybody damn near blend in. You know what I mean? Everybody, there's a couple people up and down, but everybody close to the line. You understand me? Shit, when you're in these prosperous neighborhoods, it's treacherous. Boy, by my house in high school, boy, they got kids got Hellcats.
It's big wallet.
You understand me? You should have seen our teachers in the comments. Boy, I'm scared to pull up to the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to pull up to them. They driving Hondas. Just your kid got a Hellcat. What can the teacher discipline them on?
It's big wallet talk.
You know what I'm saying? So it's even more treacherous, man. When you're moving up in middle class and you get to that point to where you're in the upper tiers of middle class, bro. You thought you was at the bottom. You going to school. You thought that was some capping shit. Now wait till you get around them rich ass kids. Well, you know. Some of their parents let them say whatever the hell they want to say to you and your child. You're going to definitely feel the difference. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, damn, I made it. And they like, look at your broke ass in that cheap ass house.
The little 4,500 square foot house.
You know what I'm saying? That's my guest. That's our guest bedroom outside. That's how they treat them, dog. So yeah, man. Hey, your kid need to be prepared, man. So no babying, dog. And I see it a lot, bro. I see it a lot. They be babying their child, and then they wonder why their child, goddamn me, can't function in reality of their space. So stop doing that. Whatever it is, let it be, and teach them how to manage them emotions.
Let that dad be a dad. You do your job. I'm gonna do my job.
Mm-hmm. I do have a question though. Do have a question.
Go for it.
Just curious. So if somebody cannot tell them how to be one if they've never been that.
Correct.
But can you? Because kind of going back to, it's similar to the last topic. But like, could you say, yes, I can because I've had examples around me and this is what I saw and this is the product that they produce from them being who they are?
I say no. And the reason being is because it's certain nuance that's missing. It's similar to the sports commentator conversation that we have often, right? In terms of certain commentators who never touch the field, never touch the court ever. They can give you decent analysis, but when that person who done played it and been there know the nuances, the ins and outs of the game, I'm gonna pull you to the side and tell you differently how you get there. They can tell you the end result in which they want you to get to because I seen this type of man or I seen this type of, influence. My dad was this way, my dad was that way, but that was the end product. That man is going to tell you how I became this end product. She can't give you that. I can because I lived it day for day. You seen it. You seen the final product. You didn't see the production to get there. So it's only so much of that, you know what I'm saying? But and again, I'm not saying that, which is what I said earlier, I'm not saying that you can't give them morals and foundational principles and things of that nature, but the nuance, that's what be missing in a lot of these kids because it takes that when you get outside, hey, when you run into this situation, this what you do. A woman can tell you, hey, when you outside, you be a stand-up gentleman, you be nice to people, you be this, you be that. Your daddy gonna tell you, I hear what she's saying, but look, if you really want to get these women, you gotta get out there, you gotta be an asshole right from the gate. You understand me? Get her to like you. Get her to become your girl. Then you show her that other side. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain nuance. Or hey, when that bully is, my mother gonna tell you, hey, just stay away from the bullies. They hit on you.
Turn the other cheek.
Or not even turn the other cheek, but just go tell somebody. Go tell the authority. The dad gonna say, hey, the first time he come do that, you punch him square in the fucking face. If you get in trouble, you tell him to call me. And you ain't gonna get in trouble when you get home. But if that kid bully you, whoop your ass. I hear that. I'm gonna whoop your ass when you get home too. You getting 2 ass whoopings. Most mamas is not gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's certain nuances, and that right there is pivotal. That's necessary. He's not telling you that just so you can become an asshole or you can just beat somebody up. He's telling you that because that's how you gotta set an example to keep people off you. That's the nuance that be missing.
You may have a mom that's you know what I'm saying? Like she say what she wants. She pop it how she gonna pop it and shit. You get what I'm saying? She telling you that, but your father like, hey bro, it's certain places for that. You got to pick your spots for that. You know what I'm saying? You're not your mama. You're not no woman. As a man, you got to pick your spots to be blunt. You got to pick your spots to water it down. You still saying what you got to say, but you got to water it down for them to get the message. You only learn that from a man. Because we are forced to learn how to switch hit on everything. You get what I'm saying? So with that, like you can have a problem that's coming up in school and shit, and you may want to punch somebody in the face. But if that's the smart thing to do, if his friend's gonna jump you, you may not have to punch him right there. You might catch him slipping, walking to the corner. You got to pick your spots. You get what I'm saying? And that's what you learn from a woman, especially if your mama trip, if she just out the window with it. Now you do what you want to do, and now you know how they be snapping out here, especially where we come from. Emotional, and that turn they kid emotional. And now a young boy, all they seen was that side, and they make an emotional decision, down somebody in a major way, and now that kid at 17, 18 and lost their life. Go to jail till they 35 and don't know nothing, have no skills.
That's it.
You get what I'm saying? But if they had a father there or a male figure there that can give them some type of, some type of game in this and how to maneuver that emotion and that feeling of, I can get on your ass right now. And you ain't got to do that right now. They can wait. You know what I'm saying? You can catch them slipping in the neighborhood somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's them type of nuances that you only can get from a man that done been through it, that understand the game and seen everything.
And again, just real quick as a disclaimer, I don't want to make it seem like a mother's input to a son is just irrelevant. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is what you pour into the son or the daughter or whatever the case may be is absolutely necessary. But what he's pouring into him is absolutely necessary as well. And you shouldn't step on it to prioritize what you pouring into him. Or you shouldn't expect that man to pour into the kid the way you do.
And most of the time it's just because they don't understand it.
Correct. Mm-hmm. How could they?
Exactly.
So that's that, man. Hell of a topic. But we're going to stay on parenting. And we're going to stay on male influence. Dr. Umar recently was on the Daily Wrap-Up. Salute to the Daily Wrap-Up.
Shout out to them boys, man.
Goddamn me.
Boys out here kicking ass, man. Salute to them boys. Dr. Umar was on there, and they was speaking on the fate of the black community and why there are so many quote unquote masculine women in society. I'm gonna play this clip, and then we're gonna break down his justification.
And what I also
saying that
tell
they'll
black
never
women,
get
if you're going to
married.
go get you an African man from the continent, you're going to have to understand that the way in which you talk to black men in America will not be tolerated over there.
Why the fuck is it tolerated?
It's not
here?
tolerated here. That's what we're trying to tell them.
Well, over here, I want to say this to us, though, because we try to act like the way sisters treat us doesn't have a history that we are not at least partly responsible for. Let's be honest. The black woman has had to hold down the black house by herself, although imperfectly. She's had to do it by herself since the mass incarceration of black males began in the 1970s. So when a sister says, I don't need a man, because she couldn't find one strong enough to hold her down, or when you meet a woman and you say, sister, I'm strong enough to be a man. You ain't got to work or you ain't got to pay the bills or whatever. Pull back. I got you. And she can't do it because all the other men before you who disappointed her. So what I'm saying is, black men, we got to be patient with our women because we created that personality.
We have to be
And the
held
strong-
accountable for their poor selection.
No, you have to be held accountable because they have a poor selection.
Kenny, we're going to come right to you. What was your thoughts on what Dr. Umar had to say? He's basically saying black men are responsible for women having to be so masculine in today's society. What's your thoughts on that? Got his head.
Why this dude doing that, man?
I feel like
I
something
just
controversial
didn't
coming.
agree with when he said the mass incarceration shit.
Man,
I feel like something
I'm kind of
controversial
torn
coming.
between it, honestly, man. I'm tired of this saying that women have to be masculine because there wasn't a man there, right? And we allow them to use this excuse over and over again. But we're never, as a man, allowed to use the excuse that we were torn. The laws were put in place to make us this way, or for us to lose being beside you,
I dare you use that excuse
if that makes sense.
that you wasn't a
Every
father.
time you make a bad decision, a bad choice in a man, and then you find a good man, you use your previous bad choices as a reason of why you still can't be a good woman.
Because it was the man that initiated it. The man that originally caused that planted that seed.
I can't say that.
I'm
Why you choosing that man anyway?
I'm torn in between the two, honestly. Because we always got excuses for why somebody's this way, why is a certain gender this way, why is a certain gender that way. If we know what we know, why do we still do?
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, anyway, give the dog a bone.
Where you going with that?
Yo,
I knew some bullshit was coming about 5 words into it. I said, oh, you coming?
You see how he projected his voice?
That's what I said coming. I said, I know it's coming. I just don't know how it's going to come.
Oh, shit. He had to come to me first with this bullshit ass question. Man, I don't freaking know, man. I don't know.
If we know this,
If we know what we know.
yeah. Then why
What's the answer you want me to give you?
do we do?
What's the answer you want me to give you, man?
I just want to give you, I want you to give me.
You want to give
Pause.
what?
What
is going on?
Hey, yo. That sounds crazy.
Yo,
Hey.
the hell going on here? Yeah.
Man, hey.
It's getting a little too sticky.
What's the question again? What is the question
I
again?
want to give you this.
Dr. Umar.
Are the
Is-
men the reason why women are still masculine?
Yes, he says the black women in society, black men accuse them often of being masculine. Dr. Umar says that black men, how can we blame them for being that way when we created that type of woman? What's your thoughts on that?
We didn't create that type of woman.
I think that type of woman, I think they kind of gel between the two. I think women wanted more rights, more freedom, more abilities to have the same jobs as men, more ability to actually be able to do the same things as men. Which, and then to do the same thing as a man, you in turn start to get the qualities of a man. Mm-hmm. You start to develop masculine traits in the workforce, because you weren't basically, you're saying you weren't meant to be working. You were meant to be home, nurturing kids, birthing kids. That's what you here for. You're supposed to be a housewife. That's birth kids. You live your life, raise kids. Man, come home, bring me the food, the bread, security. Duty. That's your duty. But now you want more rights. You want to be able to make your own bread. You want to be able to, be your own CEO, do all that, which is great. But to do that, you start to develop masculine traits and you lose feminine traits. Things like that happen. So, I mean, it's kind of, and on the other side, yes, men kind of did allow that because we started treating them wrong and we do bad things, but we do bad things to each other. I honestly, I don't know the answer to that question. I think we all play a part. I think it's an equal share on both sides. Honestly, nowadays, I definitely think it's an equal share on both sides.
Here's the thing. Let me provide a bit more context, because it was more to the conversation. Basically, once Dr. Umar said that, he said black men are responsible for creating these women. They fought back and said, well, the reason he said they're responsible is because, a lot of men complain about women having to turn into masculine because the dad wasn't in the household. They rebutted that, well, if they would pick better men, then they wouldn't have to turn into the masculine person because that man isn't in the household. Then Dr. Umar rebutted. He said, we're the reason for the horrible men even being available to them to begin with.
Because we're a poor choice in men.
Because we wasn't in the household raising these boys. So because we wasn't in the household, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, how do you think these people are created? They didn't have male guidance in the household. So they had the mama raising them, no daddy. They go out there acting a goddamn fool. The women choose them. If the men was doing what they supposed to do, there would be no Pookies or Ray Rays. There would be significantly less than there are now. That was his take.
So with saying that, though, was the boy the only one affected in the dad not being here?
Nope, the girl is too, and that contributes to her making the bad decisions and picking men as well. What I'm saying? It all stems from the dad not being in the household, and that's on men.
But could the mother not give the girl the right tools to pick the right man?
Exactly. You done been through the situation. Hey, baby, look, I done did this, I done did that. You understand me? This ain't the man for you right here. I done picked this man 100 times over. You see me over here struggling. You understand me? I done went through guys that verbally abused me, physically abused me. I done been through guys that done took things that I could never get back and all that. Baby, you do not want it over here. You get what I'm saying?
My only rebuttal to that would be, I would answer that question with a question. How much financial advice would you take from a homeless man?
Hey man, if he giving out game that I never heard, I'll take it with a grain of salt, but I'm listening.
I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. Most people not listening at all.
But I'm listening.
You are homeless.
Don't mean I'm gonna use it, but I'm gonna listen.
Why are you giving me financial advice and you don't have no goddamn money? That's how most people are gonna process it. And those girls in that household are gonna process it the same way. How the hell you gonna tell me how to pick a man when all I've ever seen you make was horrible decisions in men?
Okay, all I can do is put a choice on the table for you, baby. When you step out this household, all the decisions that you want to make, that's on you. I told you what it was gonna be. Yeah, I told you exactly, and you got to see it firsthand. You got to see it up close and personal, and it ain't like you was standing there and you ain't had no emotions to it. You know what I'm saying? Because on them sleepless nights while I was crying my eyes out, you was like, "Mama, man, what's wrong?" You know what I'm saying? And for you not to learn from that as a grown woman, I can see if you. And you young and you make your mistakes. I understand it all. But once you grown, all the mistakes, hey, bro, stop blaming your parents on that. And then on top of that, before you speak, like I heard them say in a conversation with other countries, you know what I'm saying, other country men and women and all that. Other countries are just dominated by whoever is over there. You know what I'm saying? Like Africa is dominated by black people. You know what I'm saying? So the racism factor is moved. Like the we going after this group here. That's removed. That's removed. In every other country on this planet, that's removed. Now they're still racist towards Black Americans because of the let's just face it, the white oppression that didn't happen to us all around this planet. So the game is different, totally different for Black Americans, Black American men. The game has been totally different.
Looking at it from too wide of a perspective, I need you to kind of zero that into micro. The whole reason that he brought up the other countries is because the family structure is different over there. The man dictates things. The man is the center of the household over there. So that's why he brought it up. You're not going to be able to get away with what you get away with over here, where the man basically is fucking meaningless. And this is a matriarchal society. I think you can't do that over there. That's why he brought it up.
I think what Matt is saying is that over there wasn't another race that was trying to break up that household.
That's all I'm saying. It wasn't that.
That over here in America,
you had another party.
A certain race was definitely trying to break up the black family household.
We going after that man. This is what we doing. So when we go after that man, we put him in jail. That's going to destroy that woman too.
That's why they got rid of all the the talents of home wood and sewing.
That's just a fact, dog. All that plays into the economy war type of shit, whatever that is.
Thing is this though, just real quick. Have you guys ever heard of something called apartheid?
What is that?
Spell it.
I would advise you to read it. It's APARTHEID.
Goddamn, nigga, I didn't even really spell it. Goddamn.
I would advise you guys to do a bit of research on that, and then we'll circle back to what y'all just said about there's not anybody trying to divide the family or break up the family. I would advise y'all to do a bit of research on that, and then we'll
okay.
So you're saying that there was never no intent of the white race trying to break up the Black family household?
No, I'm saying over there that it was just as, if not more powerful of a hand to break up that, which is the whole apartheid, which is why Nelson Mandela is so big and so important, because he was the one that kind of quelled that, shifted the culture on that. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say
all of them look alike though. It's easy when you have the same skin.
No, they look alike, but the people in power over there were still white.
That happens now. I told y'all months ago on the episode when we met this girl.
Apartheid.
Well, my wife been knowing who this girl was. You get what I'm saying? But when I met her, you know what I'm saying, she was from Africa. And she said when this boy walked up, before he got to us, she explained exactly who he was. She say, he is the white people here and I'm the Black people there. That's exactly what she said.
Right. And I'm not denouncing that. What I'm saying is that there are exterior forces that are pulling at the inner family unit. This over there, the same way that they're over here. The difference is that there's way more dedication to family and way more homage paid to the man in the family over there than it is over here. And that aids in the problem that we have. A lot of these people over here don't, like again, this is a matriarchal society. Big Mama gets more praise than Granddaddy does in this society. That's just reality. That's the way it is over here. Over there, it's not that way. The man in the family is the one who gets the praise. He's the one that calls the shots. He's the one that dictates everything. So it's a mindset thing. It has nothing really to do with the government. Again, there's external forces pulling on both areas, but the dedication to family is different over there. And what Umar is saying is that because there's so much disrespect for the Black man over here, that contributes to the way to society being the way it is. The dad is not in the household. A lot of times when dad is in the household, he getting his knees cut from under him, things of that nature. So what is that? What type of man or what type of kids does that produce? That produces either one, men who are getting raised by their mama, going out here emotional, just like you just so eloquently stated about 20 minutes ago. Super emotional, super reactional, these things, unstable, no kind of like manly leadership capability on one end. And then for the daughter, it teaches her to go out there and, because she's never seen a positive example of a man, to go out there and choose wrong. Because I don't know what the right thing looks like. You're right in terms of her learning. Yeah, my mama picked wrong all day long, but that would be equivalent to, let's say, before all this GPS technology and things of this nature. Hey, there's 5 routes to get from here to Dallas. Don't take 59. Figure the rest out on your own. That's not that useful of information. It's a bunch of different ways to get there. You telling me one thing of what not to do, but you're not telling me how to do it. So when I go out there, okay, I'm gonna listen to one thing you told me not to do, but it's 100 different other wrong decisions for me to make outside, and I'm more than likely gonna make them. Why? Because you didn't tell me how I should be moving. And then I repeat, how could you? You are a woman who made horrible decisions in your life, and there was no man in the house. So what Dr. Umar is saying is, the reason that society is this way is because men dropped the ball in the leadership category. So whereas in that other country that he's talking about, that's not the case. The man is the leader. Period, point blank. Everybody understands it. Everybody accepts it. And if you don't, your ass will be ostracized. There is no matriarchy over there. But it is over here. And that contributes to the problems that we have today. And the reason that it even got that way is because black men dropped the fucking ball on leadership.
So black men just left. They just said, fuck it.
That's what I'm saying.
Or what made them just say, you know what, I'm tired of being a leader. I'm done with it.
They chose to make selfish decisions. They chose
What
to.
you mean by selfish?
Nobody came in the black man's house in terms of this. When this whole thing shifted about 60 years ago, let's say, the whole feminist movement, the uprising of it, things of that nature. Nobody came in the black man's house and pulled him out of there. That's not what happened. Did they drop guns in the neighborhood? Sure. Did they drop drugs in the neighborhood? Sure. Did they create laws to incarcerate men longer for doing these crimes and things of this nature that were black? Sure. But at the end of the day, a decision was made to do these things.
And he also took jobs away.
Sure.
Incentivized the other way. That's the way it worked.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, there's always ways to make money because there's a barter system. You got people who got third grade education was still able to take care of their parent because why? Okay, they may be taking jobs away, but goddamn it, I know how to farm. I got this property. I'm gonna plant. I'm gonna sell my plants. I'm gonna raise my animals. I'm gonna do what I got to do to make money. I may not be able to get that job, but it's always a legal way to go get the money. But a lot of dudes didn't want to take the legal way. They wanted to take what they felt like was the easy way, going out there and selling drugs. Going out there and doing drugs and things of this nature. And then when your ass got locked up, what did that create? That created single mother households that raised the kids that we complain about today.
Let's take away the farming because let's talk about inner city. There's no land out there. You
That's
didn't get no
what I was
land out there in
saying.
inner
You
city.
still got trades.
So let's talk about but they took the trades away.
They took the trades
did not.
away.
They took away the metal industry. You didn't get none of that no more. The common jobs that they did have, they started closing those businesses down. We can't say they didn't do that.
You said closing businesses down.
Yes.
Do you know that there were carpenters during the slave years?
Yeah,
That's because
There were farmhands during
they
the
the
slave
ones
years.
who's doing the job.
There was electricians during the.
Do you know?
This
when
what
they
I'm talking
abolished
about.
slavery? The first couple years, the black people was the ones getting all the jobs. So they had to come up with a game to take that away from them because we the ones did the work. White people didn't do that. White people sat in their cribs and said, "Nigga, go get it."
Y'all talking about getting jobs.
That's
I'm
what
talking
they
about
said.
creating money on your own.
Nigga, go get
You don't need to
That's
go
what
work
they
for
did.
somebody to make no money.
And you know what they was doing to the same people?
Clearly you don't.
Clearly you don't.
But back
Because
in them
niggas
days,
chose
to sell drugs. They
But
didn't
back
have
in
to
them days, do you
did
know how hard it was
apply
to get a
be drug
patent?
dealer?
Do you know how hard it was to get a patent? Do you know the man that made
talking about
Jack
a patent.
Daniels? That made Jack Daniels was a black slave.
I
He
know
don't get a
exactly who it
dime.
was. I know exactly
The
who
man
it was.
that made they teach you what's that white boy name made the light? It's a black man made this. Black man created this. His family don't get nothing, no royalties, no nothing.
You talking about a patent? I'm talking about trade.
Same thing with the toilet. Same thing with the refrigerator. A black man created all that.
And that's cool.
But what it was, I'm gonna go steal his patent, then I'm gonna sell it, and I'm gonna go to him like the McDonald boy did, the dude that made the McDonald's and stole it from them. That's all they was doing to black folk.
You talking
Why?
about patents.
Because all of them was in cahoots. All right, we're gonna make sure when they create something, when they come in here, we're gonna steal it. Then we're gonna let you put it in your name, and then we're gonna create it over here, and we're gonna make them not make it no more. That's what they was doing.
Here's the
The
thing.
game was rigged.
Here's the thing. If they're all let's say they're all woodwork, did woodwork, and the wood shop closed down a business they would, but they're carpenters. You got 500 carpenters laid off, right? Not everybody can get a job because 500 of them are laid off, right? So what do they have to do after that? All they know the trade is carpenting. Well, I still got 4 kids, 5 mouths to feed. I can't get hired on at this spot because all I know is carpenting. I got the white man. He ain't hiring me. He only hiring 10 of us.
That's a fact.
It's and I don't want to say you had to do drugs. That was a choice. It definitely was a choice.
Yeah, it was a choice.
But I think there's still certain things that's put in place to where if they knew when you got 7 or 6 mouths to feed, and you put easy money out there in front of people and let them get it for, 2, 3, 4, 5 years where they got in no trouble, and then say, you know what? We got them. Now let's start hankering down on it. Let's start taking them out one by one. Okay, let's put his ass in jail. We just smelled some weed on him. Put him in jail. He had a little ounce on him. He didn't even know he had on. It might have fell off some goddamn $1 bill that he had. Put him in jail. And now you start taking him out of jail for petty crimes, little things they probably didn't even do. There's a lot of people in jail. 60%, I think, people in jail are for crimes that they didn't even do.
I'm not gonna say 60.
It might be a wild number, but it's a lot of people in jail for crimes that they didn't even do back then.
Hey, but I also got one more thing.
They got to do 30 years in jail, and then they come out and they ain't got no family. So I'm not saying that's for every case. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that for most. I'm not saying that for all. But I think there was a big major factor put into the streets in the black community. It's just like what happened in Oklahoma when we tried to build our own fucking city.
That's what I was gonna say. They bombed the hell out of them. That was felt in the black community. Loud and clear.
We can't get rid of it. The
that
same
made
thing happened in New York.
Ripple through us.
The same thing happened in New York City.
If we play the game their way, the way they want us to play it, when we start being too successful, they flood the city out and kill all the people in it, or they bomb the city.
I just need to answer
why they
come
through do a mass shooting and everything. That's what they was doing to us when we was being successful. Because it ain't just Oklahoma. There's plenty of black cities.
I just need an answer for why did they bomb Oklahoma?
Because we was being too successful. We was being too self-sustained. We was becoming the resource.
And if they can do that blatantly out in the open,
and the government did that. It wasn't just regular people. It was police
no way
people.
I could turn a blind eye to say that there was no system put into place to where we wouldn't be able to succeed back then.
So when you strike fear
to take the man out
in a community, basically you putting them in front of every black person on this American soil, and you striking them down with no consequence, no nothing. What you think that do to everybody else? That's modern day slavery, because that's what they was doing. That's all they was doing to us. So when they put that easy money out in front of us, in a way, it was a no-brainer for us to take it. Yeah, it was wrong to go do all that. It was. I ain't saying that. But when you take stuff off the table, and on the other side, when we play your game, you kill us for playing your game and start winning at your game. What else do you leave black men to do? Yeah, everything else gonna suffer when we make the wrong decisions, but that's with everything. That's with everybody. That's with every living thing on this planet. You make the wrong decision, the wrong thing is gonna happen. But if the game is rigged and you don't even know it's rigged, or you know it's rigged and there's nothing you can do about it, you gotta play it the way it gotta lay. That's just the way it works. You got kids to feed. It ain't just you. So I'm not saying he wrong. But I'm not saying we wrong neither. We was in them days, they was doing what they had to do to survive.
Okay, so again, it's a couple things. Y'all, I said a lot of things. I'm gonna try to answer as many of them as I can remember. You spoke on patents. I'm not talking about patents. I'm not talking about creating things and making money from patents. I'm talking about having a trade. There's always ways to make money. If I'm great at cutting grass, I don't need to go get a job at a fucking lawn mowing company, landscaping company. I can go do it on my own, which is what I'm saying. There's a bunch of different ways to make money. People chose what they felt like was the easy route.
That was by yourself, though,
bro. I'm not done. People chose what they felt like was the easy route, and there were consequences for those decisions. In terms of striking fear, you mean striking fear the same way that that slavery did, and Oklahoma was still created after that. They're gonna always try to. I'm not denouncing the fact that the game is rigged. I'm saying that we are creative enough to go out there and create other means of income if we really want to, the same way that we did in the drug game. Off the books. You don't have to go get a job for somebody to make money, not even today. And that's why it's rough for me to hear niggas who broke today complain about, oh, it ain't enough jobs, ain't enough opportunity out here. We done turned fucking podcasting into a 5-figure a month business. I didn't have to go put in no application to do this shit. I had hustle, I had drive, I'm creative. I didn't want to do illegal shit. I could have easily done that. I got a family full of them. I don't want that way. I'm going to take the hard way. Why? Because I know in the long run, this shit is going to pay off. Niggas didn't do that. They made decisions that they made that had consequences. I'm not judging you for them or none of that. What I'm saying is the consequences on the back of that, you are responsible for. Because you had an option to go make money in other ways. You didn't choose to do that. Same thing with Black Panthers. Prosperous goddamn corporation that we had running. Feeding our kids, giving our kids breakfast, showing them what black men, strong black men look like, things of that nature. We was rocking, we was doing our shit. Until leaders at the top made horrible fucking decisions to indulge in these drugs that they dropped into the neighborhood. Form gangs with these guns that they dropped into the neighborhood. Yes, they dropped them. They put the incentive in front of your ass. But you still got to make the decisions to go do it. Just because it's easy does not excuse it, is what I'm saying. You made the decisions. They had consequences. Now you got to take that to the chin. Now your daughter is growing up 20 years without a dad. Your son is growing up 30 years without a dad. Off decisions you made. I can't blame nobody else for decisions that I made when there was other options available. Sure, they would have been harder to get to, but still, they were available. Niggas didn't take all the options away and say, no, your only means of making money is illegal shit. That's not true. And that is taking accountability off men. And that's my issue with the pushback that they was giving them. Reason being is because niggas claim to be leaders. Now, if y'all saying that black men ain't leaders, us and women on the same level, cool, I have no argument for that. But you can't on one end say black men are leaders and then blame your following for shit not being the way that you want it to be. But that's what niggas do every day. Oh, these women choosing these niggas, these women choosing that. They wouldn't have those men to choose if your ass would have raised the kid that you made with Tanya over there. You didn't do that. You fucked her and left. Or you did drugs and left. Removed yourself out the house and left. Consequences came from that. That's your doing. If you claim to be a leader. Leaders set precedent. Leaders create infrastructure. Leaders make sure that everybody that's following me can eat and everybody that's following me is prosperous and thriving. Men are more concerned on being selfish than being leaders. So that's my only issue with the pushback. Now, again, if y'all are willing to stay here and say, hey, men are not leaders, we're equal to women, then I ain't got shit else to say. But when you the leader, fact is, fair or not, the buck stops with you. In terms of the results that come from this shit. That's just like me being a head coach and I come up to we get smoked by 30 points. I come up to the podium, look, man, I created a hell of a game plan. My sorry ass players couldn't execute. Quarterback couldn't complete a pass. The defense getting scored on all day. It ain't shit I can do. These sorry ass niggas that I got playing for me. You can't do that as no leader. You got to come up there and say, I got to do a better job of getting my players ready. I got to do a better job of creating the game plan for us to go out there and execute. I didn't do that. We lost. That's what leadership is. But niggas don't want to do that. They want to be selfish and they want to think with an individualistic mindset, which is what they was doing on there. Well, if I'm a good dude, I ain't messing with these. Well, I got to deal with the consequences of this because you claim to be leaders. And the only way we going to elevate as a society is with a community mindset. Problem is niggas don't have that. And that's why we stuck in place with all these millionaires and billionaires that we got who black folks.
I could use myself as an example. My pops passed away early, just me and my brothers. You raised by nothing but women. Nobody really had an education. So I'm going against the odds. But early on, hanging out, I'm with the niggas that's breaking in the cars, breaking in the houses. Because I'm outside, I'm thinking that's what you're supposed to do. However, you start reflecting and say, this shit could get you put in jail. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be in jail because when you in jail, guess what? You can't do nothing. You have to do what them niggas say.
So what was they supposed to do?
Listen. No, because you missing the whole thing, Smooth. So I made a choice early on that I will never in my life do something that's gonna force me to go to jail. So I'm gonna take a different route, even if it take longer. I'm gonna take a different route so I don't end up like a lot of these people.
But you're
and so all he's saying
the
is
2000s, bro.
no, but. Period. The point is that you still had other decisions that you could have made in order to get out. It was still
talking about
no matter what, it was too many. No matter what, it was still too many of us being sheep, wanting to get with the culture, want to do drugs, want to do the pimping, want to do all that shit instead of going to the schools like we should, especially in the South. Maybe up north they went to school, but down here they wasn't. Like there was a lot of choices, a lot of other
And
things
what was
that
the
we could have
overwhelming
done.
factor because of that?
A lot of things that we could have done, we just didn't do. We simply decided to be sheep. We simply decided to join gangs. We started killing people.
We simply decided to just kill ourselves in Oklahoma. We decided to flood our own city
I ain't even talking about that. I ain't talking
kill
about
all
that.
these people.
That was in 1919.
22.
That was early. I'm talking today. I'm talking last 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. We still could have made some type of difference. However, it's not that way. We could have definitely made a difference, but it's not happening right now.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just
man.
don't believe that.
Look,
I don't believe that.
I hear both sides. Honestly, I agree. A lot of people today are making a lot of excuses. Fact, a lot of men today are getting a lot of women pregnant and not taking care of their fucking kids. That's a big fact. And you have no excuse to not be taking care of your kid. But back then, this is where I highly disagree on the fact that the opportunities they had back then are not the same as now.
That's all I'm saying. These days, of course, we got everything right here. Everything right here.
And I understand you could develop a trade. We do. People develop a trade at uncles. You know, you go into the military. There's things you could do. You could develop a trade. But when you come back to still racism, and they did in the military, they went, fought a war, and still came back to racism. And the racism didn't just stop by walking down the street. It stopped when you applied for jobs. And even if you learned how to cut grass, you can't cut everybody's grass because if you and your neighbor's son, all y'all down the street are cutting grass, whose grass are you going to cut? And you can't cut the white man's grass because it's racism. You can't cut your neighbor's grass because they don't have money to pay you. How are you going to get money? And you find whatever way you can do that. And if it was for selling drugs, which you weren't getting time for at the beginning, that's what they were doing. And then when they got to that fast money, and then the cops realized, the government realized, these motherfuckers is making a lot of fucking money. I'm a cop working every day, or I'm a teacher working every day making pennies, and this black man beside me is driving a Mercedes. That gonna make them feel some type of way. And they gonna put laws into effect to put you down in the dirt, to put the black man down in the dirt, to where there's a systematic oppression that grows, that leads up to what we have now. And it all started from back then. So yes, they made bad choices as a leader, but they made the choice to feed the family. And was it a bad choice? Yes. But did it get you fed? Yes. So in a sense, it's a double-edged sword. It's like, God damn, what? It's a tough choice to make, but some of them made the choice because that's the only choice they had. And I'm a firm believer in that's the only choice that they had to make was to start selling drugs at that point. Because they had no other means to put food on the table.
All right, man. I'm getting that advice, Colin. Lord have mercy. All right, man. First one is from Patreon.
Man, that first sentence say, don't say my name.
Yeah, we have to say that name today. This is what it is.
Say your name.
All right. She says, Dear Krew Season, my boyfriend and I recently broke up after 2.5 years of dating. We broke up because I feel like he doesn't protect me and defend me or respect our relationship. For example, he confided in a close friend of his about our business, but as soon as me and my boyfriend started having bad times, that same friend started telling our business to other people. What I mean about our business, he was telling vulnerable moments. I asked him to confront his friend. He hesitated because he didn't want to lose him as a friend. And when he did confront his friend, the friend lied about it multiple times. I have asked him plenty of times not to tell our business to this same friend because the friend is extremely messy and talk about everybody's business. I feel like he chose his friendship over our relationship. He told me defending and protecting me is a hard task because he wasn't raised like that. He uses the excuse he was raised on the white side of his family majority of the time, so he doesn't know how to defend. There's other times he hasn't practiced in defending me and it hurt me so much. A man protecting and defending his woman is very important to me. Am I overreacting? Should I give us another chance? Did we do the right thing by breaking up? I wrote y'all because he listens to you guys every Tuesday and he never misses an episode, so I know he's going to hear this one. His name is Well, we ain't going to say the name. Did you just send a
love note out to our podcast?
She said, don't say his name. I'm a little nervous about what y'all going to say.
Oh, my God. But he going to know what we talking about him.
His name is,
Well, we're going to have to blur out her name then. But yeah, so she basically saying my boyfriend and I recently broke up about after 2.5 years, basically because he wouldn't defend her to his friend that was messy telling everybody business. Was she overreacting? And should she give it another chance or just let it go?
So basically, I guess they're all mutual friends. I guess in a mutual friend group, then, huh?
I don't think so. I think the
Well, how does she know that he's going around telling everybody their business?
Well, he going around telling one friend his business and that friend telling everybody.
Yeah, how does she know that friend is telling everybody business if they're not in a mutual friend group?
Well, because
it's getting back to her.
him.
And stuff is getting back to her.
It's getting back to her. And how is it getting back to her from a friend that he knows? It's all in a cycle of friends, right?
I mean, it ain't say everybody friends.
Because I don't understand how would she know that he's telling business if it's not coming from a man? Who is it coming from? Somebody in the friend group?
Probably so, man.
So the boyfriend is telling his best friend all their business.
Yeah.
In some kind of way. Well, and then he's telling everybody their personal business.
And then she asked the boyfriend to basically check him for that. And he don't want to check his friend because he don't want to lose him.
Some kind of way she's heard.
Damn.
So yeah, some kind of way she's heard, and she, asking him, and they put him on the phone to say, hey, did such and such happen, and he denied the whole time after he'd already told her that he did it.
What?
That's like, okay, so I tell B some stuff about me and my lady. Okay.
Yeah.
Then B tell you, start telling
he run his mouth.
Everybody. So my girl tell me to put B on the phone and say, hey, confront you about basically telling all our business. And then B say, nah, hell no, I wasn't telling nobody this. But I already told baby that I done told B all our business. That make sense?
No, you confuse the fuck out of me. I thought she's just saying that B is going around telling everybody the relationship that's going on between me and my girl that I told him. And we all in a close friends group, and my girl telling me to tell B, hey, tell B, stop fucking telling all information or just stop telling them shit about our relationship.
Essentially, yes.
And I basically said, nah, that's my best friend. I'm going to tell him everything that's going on in the relationship, and whatever he says, he says.
And he said I was raised in a majority white family, so I'm not really, I wasn't really taught how to defend. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
What?
That's literally what he said.
Get the fuck out of here.
He uses the excuse he was raised on the white side of his family, so he doesn't know how to defend. There's other times he hasn't protected me and defended me, and it hurt me so much. A man
So he's
protecting
light
and
skinned.
defending.
He's light skinned. Take that man back. Take him back. Light skins, we fuck up sometimes.
It's over.
It's over.
I get emotional sometimes.
Emotional. It's over. I'm sorry. It's over, dog. If he in love with his best friend.
I didn't want to bring it up, but he might be sweet.
Y'all niggas always got to go to the extreme.
That's not it. So,
Say that man is I love a dog. Come on, dog.
If you
so if Paige say, hey, if Paige came, you say, hey, stop telling Kenny what the fuck is going on in our relationship.
And you just can't resist.
And you tell me, hey, Paige told me not to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
That nigga see you do this. Let me tell you what happened.
Or you look back at her and say, baby, that is my best friend. You don't matter. I'm going to tell him everything that's going on. That's basically what he said.
Well, no. Basically, she asked him to check him for telling our business.
So she put him. They got on the phone.
And he's saying,
And the
I'm
friend
not,
denied.
I'm not, that's my friend. I'm not going to check him for telling business that I told him. I mean, he made a mistake, okay, but I'm not going to check him
Why
for
am I
it.
running the whole wrong story?
So she said, cool.
Edit that whole part
So
out.
she
Nah, we
said,
don't keep all that.
Made a whole wrong
so
story.
that's what she said. Cool. Put him on the phone. So they on the phone. She asked him about what he's saying. He's saying, hell no, I didn't say this. After the boyfriend told her that he been in his boy, yeah.
I'm all confused. My head hurt now because I don't know what the hell going on.
Yeah,
It's like
simple.
a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, it's simple, man. Dude not going to protect you from nothing. If he can't check his friend for one, he shouldn't be telling y'all personal business. That's the first thing that stands out to me. Because that's the thing about men. Like, even when we talk to each other about issues going on in our relationship, it's very surface level. It's not going to be nothing super deep, super vulnerable. That's going to make our girl look bad, things of that nature. So if you telling him stuff in confidence like that, that's that deep and that vulnerable, and he going around running his goddamn mouth. That's red flag number one.
Damn, she ain't his friend.
And then when the friend go out there and start telling everybody the shit, that's red flag number two. And you ask him to check him, he said, nah, because I was raised by the white side of my family. So I'm not used to defending.
That's all.
That's a hell of an excuse, dog. I gotta use that. I gotta use that one time.
That shit is nuts. So wrap that up. That's my take on it, man. Do y'all see anything different?
Nah.
You ain't getting no type of protection.
He used the white side of his family.
That's crazy.
It's over.
There we have it, man. We got we gonna move along. That's
Sound like an excuse.
Gotta use that.
I don't know
one
how to protect I was raised by the white side of the family.
Why you came so quick? I was raised by the white side.
Shout out my family. Come on, dog. All right, next one, Mike, man. Patreon. All right, man. Boy, say what's up, Krew fam. My name is Mike. So I feel like my girl lacks mindfulness sometimes. This might sound petty or small, but fuck it. One example, when I come home in the house, sometimes she may be on the phone. And it's usually someone not that important. I've been at work all day. I would think she would get off the phone when I walk in the crib. But she would still be talking on the phone while in my face. Maybe she talked too much, or maybe I don't talk enough. I don't know. But if my girl walk in the house and she been gone all day, my conversation on the phone is cut short at that instant. I think it's a form of respect and being mindful. So my question is, am I tripping too hard, or is she just lacking mindfulness?
You not tripping at all.
You better man the fuck up.
You better check that right now. Because if you don't, and you let that shit go on for years, she gonna do it forever. You better check that right now.
Is he coming home wanting to talk?
I don't care if he coming home that just wanting to be at the crib, motherfucker. I'm working for us. I need to be greeted. You know what I'm saying? You think you at the crib all day, your wife go to work, and she come on, you not gonna greet her when she come on?
Try that shit if you want to.
Keeping it a bean.
Try that if you want to.
I'm sorry, baby. I was raised by the white side of my family.
You're not doing that. So yeah, you need to check that shit right now.
But he said she be at home all day?
I don't care where.
That's what he just said.
I don't care where the fuck she at.
Even if she at work, if she make it, bro, you can. Both of y'all can be at work. If you make it home before your lady, bro, and she walk in and you don't acknowledge, you on the phone. Hey, Parlay.
So he ain't getting no time. Okay.
And you don't say nothing, bro. You don't acknowledge her, nothing, bro.
So he not saying she got to get off the phone and acknowledge him, just the fact that he ain't been acknowledged at all.
No, he's saying get off. He said, "What the hell you doing on the phone?" I just
Get off
walked
the
in his
phone.
house.
Show me that respect.
So that's my next question.
What's your next question, though? Before we rudely interrupted you,
So-
we've been interrupting each other a lot.
So that clearly matters. Rudely. So that matters to y'all.
That matters.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Goddamn
yes,
right.
it does.
You goddamn right.
I put out a clip today. That and the reverse scenario. If I'm in the crib and you walk in talking on the phone, that's a no. What the fuck are you?
Yeah.
No, hang the phone up before you walk in here. Acknowledge your man, and then you can go back to doing what you call her back. We been going all day. I ain't seen you all day. You come in the house. Yeah, girl. Hey, babe. Yeah, cause
That's real shit. Now, if you handling some business,
That's exact. The fuck?
that's real shit. Like, now if she coming in handling some business, or you coming in on the phone, you handling like real business.
Right.
As soon as you hit the door, you hit them with that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what that is. I really gotta be on this. As soon as I get off the phone, as soon as this is done, I'm back in the regular routine. It don't be that. That man walk in, she on the phone with Keisha having a good old time. You know what I'm saying? He walk by trying to say hey, she like
Damn.
flagging him down off of man. Come on.
Yeah, I feel him because I ain't feel that
And he
way
be
either.
wrong if he got dressed and just left. He be wrong.
Oh, she gonna write that call up quick then. wait, hold on. Hey, let me right back. Miss right back. Where you going?
Wrong. For real.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a no. I definitely agree that you need to get off the phone whenever your partner or wrap up your conversation right when you know your partner is getting ready to get off of work. You know their routine. You know when they walk in the door.
That's a fact, man.
Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back real quick. Baby just walked in the house. Make sure she's okay. 'Cause you never know what your partner's going through, what they went through at work. You never know.
But what if you were just on the phone with her?
I know exactly when my partner walking through the door, and I can hear it when the car come pull up. Oh, baby home. Hey man, I'm gonna holler at y'all in a little bit. Let me get off the phone real quick. Let me see what's going on. You just got to make sure you got to have that undivided attention to make sure that they don't need anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was on the phone with you for 45 minutes before you got to the crib.
Well, that's y'all relationship. See, that's different.
I'm just presenting it because
well, that's another
I'm
scenario.
asking, does that change it? Like,
Well, if we was on the phone right until I pulled into the driveway, well then no, I ain't tripping on.
I need to make another call. And I'm walking in, hey baby, she still greet me or whatever.
But we talking about the norm, motherfucker. You just walk in the house and she's always on the phone or a conversation with somebody random. That doesn't happen. That's not supposed to happen. It's not right.
That's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's just common decency, bro. And I think like a lot of women do that shit and don't realize it, you know. And because men don't really speak on it, they just kind of feel like it's cool. But we shouldn't have to speak on it. It's common courtesy, bro. Like if this is your man walking in this motherfucker. This ain't a stranger. You see what I'm saying? Like get up, hug that man, greet that man. It's 5 minutes. You can call her ass right back. You ain't talking about shit anyway. Let's keep it chill. So it's just like, nah, bro. She lacks mindfulness. So that's what you said. Lacks mindfulness. We need to have a conversation about this. When I walk in the crib, or when you walk in the crib, I need to be properly greeted, and I'm gonna properly greet you.
That shit don't value that nigga.
Imagine walking in the door and say,
Bro,
it's just that nigga. Somebody just came. Yeah, it's just that nigga.
Bro, do you understand the conversation you gonna have with your woman, bro? If you on the phone, deep on your phone, and she walk in, bro, and you don't greet her,
It's gonna be a problem, bro.
you look her in her eyes and still talking on the phone.
Like that's a pet peeve to me. I don't care. It ain't shit.
It's gonna be the biggest problem for that day, bro. Like, nah.
It's gonna be a problem.
Nah, bro.
And the thing is, you ain't even gotta be on the phone. It be times she walk in the crib and we playing a game.
Oh, nigga, you day, boy. Salute to all the niggas.
You'll never be on that game again. You know. Hey, Matt, what I used to do? Oh shit! Hey, I'm gonna catch up with y'all a little bit.
She walk in that bitch, you don't even pause it.
What at all? You walking up? What?
I used to roll. They gotta fell down 3 stories of stairs trying to make sure
That's kind of quiet in here. What the hell smooth at?
You on the phone? You on the game without permission?
Come on, dog.
Deadly Fog is offline.
That's a fact.
Mid-game.
You on the game without permission, nigga? Oh no! Oh no!
Hell no.
And don't let her abort the game.
Hell
no, man!
Deep into the game. Final kill right there in your face.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
But yeah, nah, bro. You ain't tripping on that at all, man. Had that conversation. Tell her to wrap that goddamn combo up and greet you properly,
Need
like
some
you supposed to.
respect around here. She gonna look at that nigga. Sit your ass. My white side of the family did tell me how to be respected.
My white side. That's the title of this part. My white side. That's fucking nuts, my nigga. All right, man. Next one, man, is Trey. Patreon, man. All right. Shit, bro ain't even asked a question. He just sent a video, man. Let me hopefully this is still up. Let me see.
Please don't let it be copyright written. Please don't let it have no music on it. Please.
It's gonna be about interrupting each other while somebody's talking.
You spent 5 years in prison for failing to pay child support for the defendant, Ms. Sears' son, Dylan. You are not his father.
5 years in prison. She should be convicted of some crime.
No, I should not. I didn't.
That is fraud.
You.
Damn, that was it. That was it.
So that man did 5 years in prison for not paying child support. Took a paternity test, found out he ain't the daddy.
And he's still paying child support. Still gonna owe back child support. Real shit. Even with him getting removed off the shit, off the birth certificate and all that shit that he owe now, he will always owe.
That's messed up. That's when you think about them hypothetical situations that B was talking about.
I mean, unfortunate disaster.
That is an unfortunate disaster.
Bro,
unfortunate
he said that should be a crime. You should be brought up on fraud.
That's not fair, bro.
And that should be a fraud case. If we're gonna keep it a bean.
Any type of line like that, you under oath,
bro.
How can they sentence him to jail without making him take a paternity test? That's the only part.
That's the wildest part.
Like if it done got to that level, like, hey, it's 5 years of prison on the table. It should be a paternity test in here some goddamn well.
Yeah, but you know, I know how the child support shit work, right? So with your first child support case, whatever, like if it's with a woman, like that woman, not with all the women, because with all the women they do the same thing. But with that said woman, they give you the choice. No matter what's going on, they give you the choice right there. When you first go to court, they give you the choice. Most men say no out of, you know what I'm saying, out of whatever. You know how men do. Nah, I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying? This is good. Just give me my sentence to hurry up and get up out of there. And that's how the shit work. That's how the shit be happening. But you do get the choice.
So he chose not to take the test.
Yes. All men that's on child support that this shit happens to, all of them has had the choice. Now, they do have the men that don't go to court. Like, they don't go to court and, you know, they serve them how they serve them. But that was still on you because if you'd have went to court, you'd have had the choice. But all of them have the choice. And it's free. You ain't got to pay for it. When you go do when she file that child support on you, they give you the option, right? Hey, do you want to take a paternity test? And it's free. But all of them, you know, all of them doesn't deny it.
They trust their woman.
That's real shit.
I was the only one that was
crazy.
There's a good saying: trust but verify.
Especially when jail time is on the table. Or when like real, you know what I mean, child support money is on the table.
Yeah, the jail time come when you on back child support and you stop paying. Like you can't pay it, then they lock you up. They take your license first, and then if you continue to not pay, they lock you up. I know they do that here in Texas. Texas, they take your license and then they lock you up. Hell yeah. That fucked up, boy. But you had the choice. I can't deny that here in Texas. I don't know where y'all watching that. But here in Texas, on these Texas soil, they give you the choice before you get on them papers.
And she goes scot-free.
So if you get done like that in Texas, baby, look, always remember, at the beginning of the game, you had a choice, and you didn't take it.
Yeah, I'm taking mine.
Look here, man. Prayers to all parties. I mean, again, for it to even been child support, when child support come up, I feel like just right out the gate, it need to be testing just to be sure.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Bro, 5 years.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hell no.
It's been 5 years getting bent over. Squat down and cough. Hold your nuts.
It's a cold game, man.
All right, man. Last one of the day, man. It's from Jessica. Patreon.
Cold game.
All right. She says, hey, Krew, it's Jessica again. I appreciate you guys' input on my situation, but I think I got to give you guys some clarification on the situation. I was 18 and he was 27 when we married. With me having kids back to back, I went through postpartum really bad and really didn't have his support.
18 and 27?
He wanted me to be a stay-at-home mom without the stay-at-home necessities like money, food, etc.
What you thought?
He used to love to tell me that he took care of my needs, not my wants, which I guess didn't include food, which pushed me to apply for food stamps. Whenever I tried to work, he wouldn't be supportive in trying to assist me with picking up the kids from daycare, always telling me that I needed to figure it out since I wanted to work. He was okay with living with bare minimum. As long as you had a roof over your head, water, and something to eat, he was fine with that. My final straw with him was when he quit his job 2 weeks before my due date with our third child because he said that he was tired of working for people but didn't have a backup plan. I couldn't live with that, which Kenny is why I said if I actually knew myself when we got married, I would have never gotten into that situation because I would have seen just how throwed off he really was. So, Trill, you are absolutely right about the age difference. It matters. I just hate that my kids have to go through this, and dealing with his wife is a pain. So I guess I said all that to say that if he is not allowing me to talk to him directly about our children and I have to go through his wife, am I wrong to just cut communication off completely? They never initiate communication anyways. It's more so me giving updates about the kids, like them getting in trouble or sick, or when they have special days at school or something. I just want my kids to have a better father than I did. Okay, now I remember. It was a situation where they had some kids. He ended up leaving her, getting with the new wife, and the new wife was basically like, don't call him to talk about the kids. You want to talk about the kids or anything, you talk to me, and I talk to him. So that was the thing. So she's saying, with that being the case, is she wrong to just cut off communication with them completely, since that's the dynamic she got to deal with?
Boy, the fuck out of here. I wouldn't have spoke to them again. You know what I'm saying? And when the kids got old enough to where all of them understood at the same time, I'd have set them all down at the same time, told them what it was. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad. If he come around, he come around. If he don't, shit, I'm going to try to put this shit together. But it's another example of somebody trying to cheat the game and don't notice the trickery in this shit. Because 18 and 27, he done lived a lot of life and did this to a lot of women, but they wasn't crazy enough to have a kid with him. And you was just...
He got you fresh out.
Wet. Fresh off the...
Just hatched.
You know what I'm saying? Be fresh off the line, licking his chops. And you didn't want to go through all the stuff that you need to go through and pick up the skills. And look at you. Now you dealing with this, and now you got kids involved. I'm praying for them kids. And I'm praying for your mental, because now you done woke up and you see what this shit really is. And you got a lot to deal with. And you got a lot of pride to swallow. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of humility you're going to have to swallow. And it's going to be treacherous nights. You just going to be up. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got no help from him. You ain't had help when he was there. That's crazy. Y'all stay married to these niggas. Boy, you ain't got no help when the nigga standing next to you.
I agree with B. I'm not on your side no more, Matt. I can't blame systematic oppression no more.
Bro, that
this
right
shit
there,
gotta stop.
Ain't got nothing to do with systematic oppression. That nigga say, I don't want to be a daddy, but I wanted you.
What?
He was
no
a predator.
way this happened. Like,
he was a predator. That's crazy.
This is insane to me.
Ladies, please.
3 kids, right?
Please,
3.
Yep.
Damn, she got 3 kids for this nigga?
He quit 2 weeks away from her third child.
He was 27.
Yes. She was 18.
18 when they got together, yeah.
When was the first kid? Do y'all remember?
She didn't say. I don't think she said.
So it's 3 kids. So she at least was what? 18, 19, 20. We say 22 to have all 3 of the kids? Because you got to have that recovery time of 4 months or some shit. So let's say 22 with 3 kids.
Yeah, they was married for 7 years, 3 kids, but I divorced him because, if I'm being honest, at 18, I had no idea what it took to be a wife.
So by the time she was...
She said he sees the kids 4 to 5 times out of the year. 4 to 5 times out of the year. And
I bet one on Father's Day.
And doesn't give me any type of financial support for the kids. And he's disabled from the military and has multiple businesses. His wife has multiple businesses.
But then he quit his job.
It don't make sense.
It's 2 different stories now.
Here we go. The kids' ages are 12, 11, and 10 now.
But it still don't make no sense.
Yeah, she's 31 right now. He's 41.
So did he build the businesses with the new wife?
I'm confused because he had to be in the military though, and you can't just quit the military. You got to serve your time.
Yeah, he had disabled.
Mm-hmm. Or you got
100%.
Honorable discharge.
Honorable discharge, 100%. So, and it didn't get no financial support.
Mm-mm.
Well, I know military will make you pay child support if they put you on it. So I don't know what.
Yeah, she say I can call his phone and he won't answer, but within the same 5 minutes, I'm getting a text or a call from his new wife saying that, asking how can she help me.
Mm-hmm. She run that house.
I don't know.
Cause he a bum over there, so he ain't got no businesses.
She made him.
He a bum over there.
She run that shit. Everything go through her.
So he was cool with the bare minimum, but then started getting businesses. Then quit his job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit, he got all the businesses now, and he still don't contribute financially to her situation. But he was talking about the bare minimum back in the day when they was first together. But now that they separated again, they hooked up. She was 18, he was 27. Mm-hmm. Now she 31, he's 41 now.
Kids 12?
12, 11,
and 10. Yeah.
So they had them back to back.
2 boys, the 2 oldest boys.
18.
But there was the other. They was married 7.
20, 22.
They was married.
Yeah, so the first kid came when she was 19.
So 19.
Yeah, 19, 20, 21.
Wow.
So she had the first kid, then they got married.
Man, I'm praying she got some type of good skill to get her some money, bro. I'm praying, bro.
No, I ain't worried about her. I'm worried about the kids, dog.
Me too, because
It's creating a cycle.
Money.
It's creating a cycle, dog. One out of them three, especially if they boys, gonna follow that same path.
Yeah, two of them boys. The two oldest is boys.
They're gonna follow the same path, and it's gonna be worse. Normally turns out to be worse.
Yeah, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you living in a town where everybody see everybody. So, man, I hope your kids don't. I hope they got some type of guidance around them and none of them fall to the streets because they is boys, man. Boys be out here. You know what I'm saying? So that's a possibility that you need to be paying attention to with your sons for real. Damn, man.
Yeah, and she asking should she cut off communication?
Hell yeah.
Do they talk to the dad at all?
She says that the only time they talk to the dad is if she initiated, which is about 4 to 5 times a year. She called to update them on, you know, what the kids doing in school, this, that, and the third. And in those moments is when he talks to the kid. But she say 4 or 5 times a year.
It goes to his wife first.
Yes.
Correct.
Before they even communicate.
Right.
Man, I'm not going through all that.
I mean, if you only doing it 4 or 5 times a year, I mean, them kids need to see their daddy though.
But why is it at my leisure going above and beyond on my side to force you to have to see your kids?
And then I got to talk to your
Make you look good
wife.
on your end when I know you're not doing good on your end.
Yeah.
Stressing me out because I have to contact your now wife just to get in contact with you to speak to your kids. Hell nah. I'm not reaching out.
To me stupid. I want to put hands on them.
Nah, I'm not reaching out. Cool. Can't do it. Get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
That shit tough.
Stop talking to him, bro.
That shit tough, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's one side of communication. Like it'd be different if, you know, he called to check on the kids and it's like, should I cut off communication? Well, I mean, I wouldn't do that if the man trying, but he ain't trying. So it's like every time, like I gotta initiate everything. That is ridiculous. So nah, if I'm you, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, I'm not gonna just try to force you to be a dad. Like what are we doing here?
He got businesses.
Nigga sitting at the crib,
nuts, bro.
That's crazy.
Wasting my time.
4 or 5 times. Damn.
Had a 365 days. Can you?
Yeah. That's the type of shit that be going on. But again, these two boys gonna go out in this world, have to experience in this. They gonna repeat the same goddamn cycle.
Highly likely.
That's all 3 birthdays. That's Father's Day and Christmas. I guarantee it. I guarantee
Probably so. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. Probably so.
I guarantee it. That's the days.
Yeah. So Jessica, to answer the question, would you be wrong for doing it? No. No. You're already in a one-sided communication situation right now. And that shit is egregious. You shouldn't have to force that man to be a dad. Hopefully he wakes up one day and, you know, if he wakes up and decides to try to be active in them kids' life, sure, you shouldn't get in the way of that. If the kids want that relationship to happen, but that should be on them. You shouldn't try to dictate that. You see what I'm saying? But in terms of you initiating and going out of your way to initiate it, no. That's just how I view that. All right, man. On that note, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Y'all boys got any last words before we get up out of here, man?
Passionate.
Was it?
Very passionate.
Okay, we need one of these at least maybe once every couple months. It seemed like shit happened.
Yeah, I ain't even finished the argument, and I'm kind of mad about that. I need y'all to finish the argument. That way.
So let's argue with some swords then.
All right. If you know what, that's enough of that.
Oh yeah, that way I can join in. That way I can join in.
That's what I've been waiting to hear.
That's what I've been waiting on.
That's crazy.
That's why they comment earlier because my nigga name wasn't mentioned.
That's crazy.
I have no business in here.
What he said?
Niggas he talking earlier because my nigga name wasn't mentioned. He talking about you. Y'all, every time I think y'all can't take it to another level.
I'm not in it.
Every time.
That's on y'all.
Oh my God.
I'm not getting involved.
Oh, you gonna get involved.
Go pick a side. Pick a side.
Jesus Christ.
Pick a side.
Look, man, I appreciate everybody for tapping in with us. It's been a very animated episode for sure. I hope y'all enjoy it, man. Salute to Patreon. Salute to Crusader Nation. I think announcements I got. Oh, we got hats coming real soon. Everybody that been asking for dad hats and things of that nature, we working on those right now. So that's gonna be the next release. Make sure y'all tap in. We got shorts coming real soon. We just waiting on Smooth to take this picture, but he bullshitting.
Hey, let me tell y'all the truth behind the scenes shit. We've been having these shorts for about a month. Been asking my dog to take pictures and shit. My nigga just been busy. That's what he told us. I walked in, he was jacking off though.
Oh, no, I say, damn,
you ain't not be too busy.
Come on.
When my man get the lotion right, then we gonna get some shorts on the site. Yeah.
Look, man, we gonna.
All I got from that is that you watched them.
Whoa! What the hell?
All right, man, we gonna get him out of here, man. Appreciate
I closed my eyes.
That is nuts. Hey, yo, hold on.
We about to get out of here. We about to get out of here when it's raining, man.
Yo,
We gonna play YMCA.
Man, hell no.
Oh my God.
Look here, man. Until next time, man, we appreciate everybody pulling up. We gonna get up out of here. We gonna get up out of here when it's raining men.
no, we
Never on this pod. We gonna get up out of here. It's a record from La Russell, brand new record. It's called 10 a.m. in Santa Rosa. I remember putting O on La Russell a while back, man. So I'm just glad he finally came around. Appreciate everybody for tapping
Russell
in, man.
actually
We gonna-
raps.
She was just there for the season.